Welcome to Performance Upgrades. I'm your host, Dave Moss. The show is brought to you by SportBikeWrench.com. Performance parts and professional advice. Remember, when you buy from Sport Bike Wrench, you support our programming here at On The Throttle. Today's show is all about how to parcel up our forks and triple clamps that we're going to send to GP Frame and Wheel. And not a great deal of people have experience, let alone pulling a front end off, but how the hell do you parcel everything up and wrap it, protect it, so that when it ships, it gets there in one piece, no worse than it is already. So we thought we'd do a quick show for you today on how to wrap up and prepare the forks and the shock or triple clamps that you would send off. In any event, the principle's the same, and as you can see, we got lots of bubble wrap. Whenever you're wrapping forks, the most dangerous area is the lower casting, whether it's radial brakes or not. This area is perhaps the heaviest because of the casting. So whenever you're going to wrap forks, you always want to start at the base. You always want to also make sure that the chrome tube here, the exposed piece, should not be hit by anything else. So if you're going to wrap something, this area here has to have the heaviest strap. So if we start by just overlaying it that way, wrap this underneath the casting. So we've got to start there, and then as we roll the fork, make sure you tuck it in, and then start drawing the bubble wrap up the table. And you'll find it's going to walk a little bit, and so we need to keep it going to wrap and cover the top side of the fork. So let's bring that around. Tension it again, and then tension it one last time. So at this point, just visually looking at what we have here, the major part, the most important part, where all the damage is, it's got lots of bubble wrap around it. Our chrome tube, which is the most vulnerable, has really the bulk of the bubble wrap around it, and then obviously it tapers off up to the top of the fork where the protective cap is. Now if you roll it like this, you only need a couple pieces of tape. We need two here just to tighten the bubble wrap up, and then we're just going to loop one around and down over now the top side of the fork. You can, if you want, fold it over and wrap it around and tuck it in. You can put a piece of tape around the top of this area here to protect it, but this is not that critical. Remember, this is going in quite a big box. So if you want, just go ahead, make sure it's all secure, and then you'll only need a real small piece of tape around the top of the fork. And we got one fork leg done. We'll duplicate the other fork leg, and then we'll show you how to put them in the box in the way that you should lay it out. It's very important to make sure they're offset so that the foot is at one end, the foot on the other leg is completely opposite. You never want to have these facing each other. They're the two widest part of the forks, and you don't want them bashing into each other, especially as the chrome tube area is right next to them. So if it moves in shipping, this is the heaviest and most aggressive piece. You don't want it chipping the chrome tube away. So always ship them completely opposite to each other. And when you box them, we got a pretty standard box here, 36 by 12 by 12. Go ahead and set your base, put some bubble wrap in the base of it, then put the forks in together, and then backfill around that. You might use paper, peanuts, more bubble wrap, whatever. Now, when you're ready to ship, obviously, there's a couple decisions you need to make. One, insurance. Do I insure them? Well, obviously, yeah. If you're sending something away, you want the replacement value and it's worth every penny. How much? Well, you can insure them for full retail and find out from your nearest dealer what that's going to be, or you can insure them as per eBay cost. And generally, we will insure forks and shocks when we ship those for about $1,200, because that's what it's going to cost to get a good set of forks and a shock back from eBay and have the work done again. Preferred shipping method? Well, it's up to you. What's your preference? USPS, FedEx, UPS, DHL, plenty of people out there to do it. And obviously the speed at which you ship it is entirely your choice. So definitely insure your package. It's great to have that knowledge that should it get lost, you can get replacement stuff. So that's a really important thing that you should take care of. So quite a simple operation. Do not be scared. If in doubt, use more bubble wrap than you think is sensible. Don't make it a Michelin Man package by any means, but wrap it and just wrap it well. You can send anything this way, so don't be afraid to take our forks, triple clamps, shocks, etc. and put them in the mail or UPS and ship them to get them sorted, fixed, revalved, resprung, oil service, whatever. So hopefully that helped you. We'll see you next time on Performance Upgrades.